What we gonna do is get the link.
Yes, yes. Yes, please, Diabo.
Let's take a seat.
Helpful. All right. Very good. Now give all of those that contributed a round of applause. So throughout the week, we are going to learn some more. So if you have only learned about being honest, you will learn to be kind. So we're going to learn about all of those things throughout the week. Now I'm going to call our principal to come and she will give us her speech. Give her a round of applause as she comes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Miss Button. A very good morning to all of you within the hearing of my voice, but I want to acknowledge first of all Mr. Brackett, all the members of the Literacy Committee, teachers, fellow educators, our school assistant, all members of our ancillary staff, parents, students, all those who've contributed to the success of this school and to the activities for the week, those of you who are joining us on media and online, of course, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me add my voice in saying not only good morning to you, but welcoming you to our fifth annual Literacy Week. It is the fifth for me. I'm not sure what the school might have had before, but this particular journey started when I became principal here in 2021. And every year we have had activities that have become more and more exciting. Let me see the hands of those who look forward to Literacy Week. Thank you. I do as well. And I know that Miss Welcome and her team work together very, very hard. They put lots of thought into it, and they usually produce an activity that a whole week rather of activities that are enjoyable, that are engaging, and during which time you learn much and you're encouraged to read and to read to succeed. Now, UNESCO, there's some statistics, and there in 2025, one of the things they discovered is that 86% of the persons in the world can read. But they said in 1979, only 68%. Now we're talking about percentages, but if we were talking about numbers, they said despite the progress that has been made over the years, 739 million adults still cannot read and write. So that's a large number of persons. So even though change has come via the statistics, there's still too many people in the world who don't have those skills. And we want to ensure that no child leaves Elliott Douglas Primary School without acquiring literacy skills. Now, acquiring literacy is not a one-off act. Literacy, as we know it, is a continuum in which skills in reading, writing, and using numbers throughout life becomes part of a set of skills that we're trying to develop in all of you. And these literacy skills now are not just the ones we have been using before, but digital literacy has become important. Media literacy. All of you are exposed to social media. From the smallest to the largest, you know how to use tablets and computers and phones to access information. And these skills are being developed to help you find your place in this world, to be able to operate as a global citizen, because you communicate not only with persons here in Barbados, but with persons who are across the world. And you know how easy it is on WhatsApp to connect with persons who are in different parts of the world. Now, literacy empowers and it liberates persons. It improves their lives because it gives you the tools that you need to reduce poverty in the world, to participate in the labor market, and it also has a positive effect on health and sustainable development. Literacy, boys and girls, is crucial to us being able to reach our vision. Anybody remembers or can tell me what the vision is for our school? I know it will be difficult for you to repeat that, but it is put up in the different classes in the classroom. Our vision is to empower students to embrace learning, to become successful learners and responsible 21st century citizens. And our mission, what we do on a daily basis, is that we try to deliver quality teaching to individual students in a pleasant, prepared, structured, purposeful, and interesting manner using the training, expertise, and talents of our teachers, parents, and community helpers. And that's what we're going to be doing in a different way during this literacy week. Now, our theme for this school year. What's our theme? Not the theme for today. What's the theme for our school year? Say it again a little louder. Very good. Now, literacy skills are the small steps that we're taking, but we're building our big, bright future on those steps. Now, at the beginning of this term, we were able to reward 23 out of 50 students. We excluded the ones who didn't do tests, those in nursery and reception. And we rewarded you because you put in the effort necessary to be able to ensure that your scores were at least 80 and above. And we're continuing to reward at the end of this term those who are reading well and doing well so that you're scoring at that level. Now, all of you, I must say, all of our students are showing progress in their literacy development. And you're progressing according to your ability. And I want to commend you for the effort that you put in. I want to commend the teachers for the work that they put in on a daily basis. And of course, the support of parents and the community is important. Now, our theme for this week's activities, you can read it for me. It's so beautifully displayed over here. What does it say? And we are looking at tales. You know what a tale is? What's a tale? Pardon? It's a story. Is it a true story? Not necessarily. It may be true or it may not be true. All right? But it's a small story, so we call it a tale. But we're taking big lessons away from these stories. And we're doing this to promote the development of morals and values through storytelling. And we're not just telling the stories or reading them, we're analyzing them because we want to understand what is involved in the story, because those are the literacy skills that we're using to gain information. And at the end of the week, we're hoping that you will gain some morals. You will have your morals reinforced, that you will have a deeper understanding of text, that you get to express yourself creatively. You build listening, collaboration, and empathy while you're interacting with your peers. And of course, we want to ensure that there's active participation and as we celebrate student progress in various areas. Now, as I reflected on the theme, my mind went back to my childhood. We weren't as privileged as you to grow up where you had access to television and all the media that you have today. Television was just on for a few hours. It came on and it went off by a certain time at night, so you didn't have access all through the night. But we sat together in homes and in the neighborhood to tell stories under the street light. Children told stories and adults told stories, and we learned much. We heard stories about ghosts and duppies. You know what a duppy is? When somebody's dead, you use that word to talk about the departed person as a duppy. And those stories made us feel afraid. But did you ever hear stories about the Heartman? I heard the stories about the Heartman, but I had an experience as well that reinforced that these things are not always untrue. One evening, a Saturday evening, we were walking home from church. It was raining. I lived in Leicester, so we were traveling by the St. Albans School, that corner. And while we were traveling, my bigger sister, and another friend, we were walking, and a car came up, and it slowed down, and somebody reached out from that car and tried to grab me. But my sister and the other person responded. It's a true story. The coat was there. They grabbed the coat, and my sister, they pulled me away. So the coat hooked onto some part of the car, and the car moved on. My older brothers were further up the road. They were on their way down, but they said we saw the car pass up, and we saw the coat on it. but they did not know that somebody had attempted to snatch me on the way. I thank God for that His mercies and His protection was always there. But we heard of children disappearing, snatched away. Parents didn't know where they went. And people always said the heart man took them. Now, whether or not all of that, the heart man aspect is true, we know that there are lessons that are learned from the stories that are told. And I want you to remember today that stories can help you understand the world around you. Sometimes there is some truth in the stories that are told, not always. Stories can prepare you to make good decisions and good choices. They can help us to develop morals and values. And of course, they help us develop critical thinking. I want to close my remarks today with sharing a short story with you. This one is called The Elephant and the Ant. Have you ever heard this story? I did not hear it before. But here's the story. Once upon a time, there was a huge elephant in the jungle. He was always arrogant and underestimated smaller animals than himself. But in the same jungle, there lived a family of ants. And every morning, they would go in search of food, and on the way back, they would always see the elephant troubling other animals. One day, when the ant family was coming back collecting their food, the elephant sprayed a whole trunk full of water on them. You shouldn't hurt others like this, said the ant. Shut up, you tiny ant. Keep quiet, or I will crush you to death, said the elephant angrily. The poor ant kept quiet and went on its way. But she decided to teach the elephant a lesson. Next day, when the elephant was sleeping, the tiny ant crept into the elephant's trunk and started biting him. The elephant woke up and tried everything to get the ant out of his trunk, but he could not. Such a big animal, but he could not do anything to get the tiny ant out. The elephant started to cry and beg sorry to the ant. I hope you now understand how others feel when you hurt them, said the ant. Yes, I do, cried the elephant and pleaded with the ant to come out. The ant took pity on the elephant and came out of his trunk. And from that day onward, the elephant never troubled any animal. Can anybody tell me what you think the moral of that story is? Yes, Kai? Excellent. He said, don't treat smaller people differently than others. Yes, Ray? Very good. Don't bully people because you don't know what someone else is going to do. Anybody else? A girl? Yes, Jadira? Wonderful. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yes, Diago? Don't hurt someone or they will get their revenge. Very good. All of those are beautiful moral lessons that you took away from that story. So during this week, boys, I encourage you, boys and girls, read carefully, listen carefully. Every story will give you something that you can take away and learn from. But above all, share what you learned this week with others. Because when you share it, it deepens your understanding and it helps somebody else to gain knowledge. And most of all, I want you to apply the lessons in your daily life. So I encourage you, boys and girls, read, read, read to succeed. Tiny Tales provide big lessons which can help you thrive and grow. Have a wonderful literacy week.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Wilkinson. And as always, she's sharing with us new knowledge. Tiago was saying, I never heard that before. And I told him that's why we're here. That's why we come to school to learn new things. So ever a teacher, even though she's our principal, always sharing and educating us. And boys and girls, I hope you listen carefully. The principal said, I hope I wrote the number correctly. 739 million adults, according to UNESCO, cannot read and write. And we are determined that you will not make up that statistic. You will be the ones who can read and write. Let's give our principal another round of applause.
shaking. Words can grow a kingdom here. One small story, one big flame. Teach the heart, then call its name. Read it out, find the clue. What is kind, what is true? Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. We learn to live it out. Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. From the bed to our lives. Tiny tales, big lessons. Spelling bee with trembling pride. Hands up high, eyes wide. Readers, fish and minds unlocked. Every answer turns to clock. Open area, welcome all. Their voices standing tall. Where you at across the chest. Say the values you know best. Read it loud, find the clue. What is kind, what is true? Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. We're living it out. Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. From the bed to our lives. Tiny tales, big lessons. Book character in color, one school, many stories. Afrobeat feet on the floor, drum soul in the room, no story. Mother, father, every child, voices joining, hearts aligned, small words carry mighty truth, passion, wisdom down the line. Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. We learn to live it out. Tiny tales, big lessons. Tiny tales, big lessons. From the bed to our lives. Tiny tales, big lessons.
All right, I hope you enjoyed the jingle and you'll hear it throughout the week. And I'm sure that you will learn the lyrics. And I expect to see Jadira and Natalia and those who dance. You can dance along and sing along as you hear that jingle throughout the week. Now, at this time, I'm going to invite the first class to perform for you this morning, reception, and they're going to do an acrostic read. Give them a big round of applause to welcome them.
Talk low.
Reading takes me many adventures. E. Excited places to explore. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing characters that we admired. D. Daily efforts to reach your literacy goals. R. Reading takes me many adventures. E. Fun places, exciting places to explore. E. And many amazing characters that we admired. D. Daily efforts to reach your literacy goals. E D.
Let's give them a bigger round of applause. Now that was so lovely. I think I'm going to read from this minute. Who else is going to read with me this week? That's not enough hands. Some more hands. Lovely, lovely. Now we have Infants B, who is going to come and do a poem called Jack. Give them a round of applause as they come up. Let's cheer them on. Infants B.
Jack and the Beanstalk. A pocket of beans, a handful of green, a towering stalk where no has been. He flies through the clouds to a festival and sneaks past the dance courageous and bold. Flying the runway, feasible bounce from his bed. The giant awakes to find his fortune. Scramble the hero so fast. One swing of the axe makes the danger go past. The beanstalk. A handful of green. A coloring spot where none should have been. He climbs through the clothes to a castle of wood and sneaks past the giant courageous and bold. If a rumbling feet fly full of foam from his bed, the giant awakens to find his wolf dead. Down the beanstalk crumbles the hero, so fast, watching of that makes the danger the past.
Give Infants B another big round of applause. Very good job, Infants B. And as you perform more and more boys and girls, Ray, Jemiah, and others, you grow in confidence. The next time you do it, you get even more confidence. So I want to encourage you to continue performing. You're doing so well. Now we're gonna have the tiniest, cutest little ones come now to give a poem to perform their poem. Smart Little Mouse. What's the name of the poem? Let's welcome Nursery with a big round of applause.
I know what's certainly calling.
little mouse fox has met to try to eat the fruit. There was no, there was no other Cacolorina than the dog her door.
Smart little mouse. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Fox. Mouse was smart. They were not. And the Gruffalo ran up with a. All right, good job. Smart little mouse. Give them another round of applause. And did you see their headpieces? Some are mouse. We have a cat. We have a snake, a fox, and a buffalo. Very nice. A ruffalo. I want to be the smart little mouse. Now we have class 2 coming up to perform literal me. Let's give them a round of applause. Class 2.
Literal Me by Corey Greenwich. Literal you, literal me, literal C. There were times when reading was for the noble few, reserved for those with high status. Those days long gone, times are new. It's not only for the rich and famous. Literal me, literal C. I love to read, it's really a skill. It keeps me safe, it keeps me alive. On the shoulders of leaders this nation was built. To be just like them, we all must strive. Literal you, literal me, literal we, literal C. Reading helps us to do every day. Reading helps us to every day. This is something we can all agree to. Let's work in every way to improve our reading and succeed. Literal you, literal me, literal we, literacy.
Very good. Very nice. I want to improve my literacy like they said. Now we have a selection called Grow by Jadira Hines, Jemiah Watson, Nige, and Genova Ford. Give them a round of applause as they come up.
I wanna grow, grow, grow in deeds and faith, stronger every day. And oh, I wanna know my Savior King. You are my everything. My feet are standing and my roots are planted in the grace I'm given by you, Lord. Oh, my hands are reaching as your spirit teaches me to keep on growing in you. Oh, do-do-do-do. Oh, do-do-do-do. Oh, I wanna grow, grow, grow in deeds and faith, stronger every day. And I wanna know my Savior King. You are my everything. My feet are standing and my roots are planted in the grace I'm given by you, Lord. Oh, my hands are reaching as your spirit teaches me to keep on growing in you more. Do-do-do-do. Oh, do-do-do-do. Come live in me, shine in me, grow in me, Lord. Come live in me, shine in me, grow in me more. Come live in me, shine in me, grow in me, Lord. Come live in me, shine in me, grow in me more. Yes. My feet are standing and my roots are planted in the grace I'm given by you, Lord. Oh, and my hands are reaching as your spirit teaches me to keep on growing in you, Lord. Do-do-do-do. Oh, do-do-do-do. Oh.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. And you know what I love about it? And I want you to repeat it after me. The song said, "Come live in me, Lord. Come shine in me, Lord. Come grow in me, Lord." And I love those lines. Come and grow in me. It said that their feet are planted and they're growing. And I want all of us to continue to grow every day in the Lord. Now, the next item that's coming up is a lovely poem, and that poem is entitled Open a Book. Let's give a round of applause for class 1.
Open a book and you will find people and places of every kind. Open a book and you can be anything you want to be. Open a book and you will share wondrous words you find in there. Open a book and I will too. You read to me and I'll read to you.
Open a book and you will read to me and I will read to you. So it's not one-way reading. We're both going to read to each other. Now we're going to have reading in school. Who thinks reading in school? Raise your hand if you think reading in school. Ah, good, very good. Reading in school. And we're going to have reading in school by infants. A. Give a round of applause for infants A. Come infants A. Come infants A. Reading in school.
Reading is cool. Read in the kitchen. Read in the park. Read in the bed. Use a light. And read when it is dark. Read in the bathroom. Read at school. Reading is fun. Reading is cool.
Let's give them another round of applause. Reading is school. Not only in where? Reading is school, not only in school. That means that when you go home, that is school also. Let me see the hands of those who read when they get home. Two single hands. Two single hands. Let me see who's telling the truth. Zaire, what book do you read when you go home sometimes? He can't remember. You see Zaire is tricking me. He can't remember the name of the book. All right, let me hear Jamani. Pardon? He reads a food book. You like to eat. Ah, tell me one of the names of the food that you read in the book. Give me a name of one of those foods. Pardon? A burger? Ah, he read about a burger. So we're going to have a chef, and he's going to come and make a burger for us. You think so? Zaire doesn't want your burger. Zaire feel that that burger is not going to taste no Zaire. All right, we're moving on to classes 3 and 4, and they're going to come up and they're going to do an acrostic called morals. Come on, 3 and 4. Give them a clap as they come up, classes 3 and 4. Don't forget, we're moving. We got music all around me. MUSIC. We got music all around me. And if you cannot see, I can show you. Teacher, like a pastor will preach to you. We got music all around me. MUSIC. We got morals all around me. MORALS. We got morals all around me. And if you cannot see, I can show you. Teacher, like a pastor will preach to you. We got morals all around me. MORALS. Got rhythm deep inside me. RHYTHM. We got rhythm deep inside me. And if you don't agree, I will pick your cowbell, beat your drum, sing your patient on the rhythm deep inside me. RHYTHM. We got music all around me. MUSIC. We got music all around me. And if you cannot see, I can show you. Teacher, like a pastor will preach to you. We got music all around me. MUSIC. We got morals all around me. MORALS. We got morals all around me. And if you cannot see, I can show you. Teacher, like a pastor will preach to you. We got morals all around me. MORALS. We got rhythm deep inside me. RHYTHM. We got rhythm deep inside me. And if you cannot see, I can lick your cowbell, beat your drum, take a pleasure all the way down. Rhythm deep inside me. RHYTHM. All right.
You are switching just not just for me.
We have morals all around me. MORALS. You hear what it said? And if you cannot see, I can show you. Teach you like a pastor will preach to you. We got morals all around me. MORALS. Now we're coming to the end. Who wants it to end? Raise your hand if you want it to end. You want it to end? Let me hear what you want it to end, Zaire. What do you want it to end? Yes, yeah, let me hear you what you want it to end. Rakai. You're hungry. I'm going to let him eat some morals. What do you think? Or some of our music. Tiny Tales, Big Lessons. Now I'm going to ask Miss Welcome to come, and she's going to give the vote of thanks. So let's give her a round of applause as she comes up. Good morning, Elliott Melbourne Primary School. Good morning, boys and girls. And Rakai, I assure you, you will be fed very soon. So just hang tight. Now, first of all, I want us to give thanks to the Almighty. Now, I was a little concerned last week and wondering how will the weather be? Will we be able to come outside and perform? But with God, all things are possible. So I want to start there by saying thank you, Jesus, for these children, for this school, and all that we do here. I want to say a special thank you to Mr. Brathwaite for always accepting our principal's invitation to come and join with us and share a word. We really appreciate it. Let's give Mr. Brathwaite a big round of applause. We appreciate you, Mr. Brathwaite, and the relationship that you maintain with our school on the behalf of the St. Philip the Last Church. Thank you, sir. Now I want to say
Thank you to our principal, Mrs. Wilkinson, for always guiding and supporting us in these activities. We meet as a committee and we plan, and with her permission and support, we're able to plan these events for you boys and girls. Let's give our principal a big round of applause. Now, you, the students, you're the ones who made this program live this morning. Are you proud of yourselves, boys and girls? Are you sure that you're proud of yourselves? Yes, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for a job well done. And I want to encourage you to continue. Germanical, persevere and perform. Your confidence will continue to grow. So job well done to all the classes. And without your teachers, perhaps you would not have been able to perform. So I want to say to all the class teachers and to Miss Small, who's not here today, unfortunately, but she prepared class one, I want to say to you, my colleagues, thank you, thank you, thank you for working with our students. Now, this morning, yes, go ahead, give your teachers a big round of applause. Now, this morning, you may not know, maybe you know, do you know, have you seen the weather warning, boys and girls? Oh, wow, a long, big round of applause. So teachers, your students really appreciate you. If you have heard about the warning, the weather warning sand, there's a warning happening on sand. If you have heard or read about it, something is happening in the atmosphere that's affecting some people. No one heard about it? Oh, one person. Jadira, can you tell us, share with us? Yes, the Sahara dust blowing from, where is it blowing from? Where's Sahara located? I can't hear you. Where, which continent? Aha, yes. And that Sahara dust is affecting some people. And you may not know that Miss Dutton is not feeling 100% this morning, but I think she did an amazing job being our master of ceremonies. Let's give her a big round of applause. Miss Dutton, we appreciate all the work that you continue to do. I want to say, I'm going to keep it quick, but I need to say thank you to all of the literacy committee members, Miss Boyce, Miss Phillips, Mr. Wickham, Miss Maynard, Miss Dutton, of course. Who am I missing, Miss Dutton? Do I have us all? Right, thank you. Mr. Greenwich, he's not an official member, but he's always helping us. And Mr. Roach, I know the principal says it all the time. I don't know what our school would do without him. I tend to agree with her. Mr. Roach, thank you so much for all that you do. To Miss Herbert, Herdy, I almost said Auntie Rochelle because of habit, but she will always be Auntie Rochelle, even though she's Mrs. Herdy. Herbert, thank you for all that you did to help us get this week off. Miss Griffith, Miss Ben, Mrs. Cadogan for getting our YouTube stream which your parents will be able to see your performances. Thank you, thank you. And I also want to say thank you to some sponsors who have donated things that you will receive tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow, boys and girls? Day 2 of Literacy Week. What are the events that we have planned for you? Anyone can stand and tell us. Oh dear. Oh, yes, go ahead. Stand. Big bold. What is happening tomorrow? Go ahead. Pardon? You're going to be strong tomorrow? Yes, that's true. That's true. But which events are we having? The spelling competition. Those who are participating in the spelling competition, I'm so excited, my tongue is getting twisted. Those who are participating tomorrow, raise your hands. Right, so hands down, we will have some rewards for you. And I just want to say on our live stream, thank you to those sponsors. Do you want to hear who donated things that you may have tomorrow? If you want to hear, you have to be very quiet so that we can hear. Or you can take your hands down. Our sponsors, the Bosco Bell Church of God. And we have to say a special thank you to our past PTA president, Mrs. Tashina Bob. They would have made a donation that you will enjoy tomorrow. J and M Auto Parts in Spike Song, they made a donation as well, and you get to see those things and enjoy them once you participate tomorrow. Wabisco is the company that provides some of those snacks, the healthy snacks that you enjoy. They donated and they're in the principal's office waiting for you for tomorrow. Miss Dolores Dutton Amita Clark, parents are on board and have been helping. Jalam's mom will have contributed to donating in a form of a donation. They will arrive sometime later today for tomorrow. Mr. Omar Francis, he's a teacher at another school, and he would have provided this banner that you will get to take some photos in front of. Can you help me read this big colorful banner that's under the Tiny Tales big lessons? There's a word with a letter missing. The word is kind, and it says, be the I in kind. He would have assisted in contributing that. And of course, we have to say thank you to Mrs. Cheryl Sandyford, for Pastor Cheryl Sandyford, for always giving her resources. And we would have borrowed the lectern from her. So to each and every person who contributed to today and to the week's activities, because we're now getting started, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. What do you want to say, boys and girls?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your literacy. All right, girls and boys, we have come to the end, and I don't want to go as yet. We've come to the end of our program for this morning. And as Miss Welcome was telling you about all the activities for tomorrow, there's an activity this afternoon. Who's excited for this afternoon? Let me see the hands of those who can solve riddles. Who can solve riddles? Aha! I have one for you before we go. Let me see who's smart. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. I have 2 hands, but cannot clap. Who said clap? Y'all can solve riddles very fast. I have one more. I have legs, but cannot walk. Very good, very good. That means this evening we're going to have a great time, and everybody will get to solve all of those riddles because they all are fast. Miss Welcome, you have to go and do some more. They're very quick. We thought that we had some riddles that y'all won't be able to solve, that they will be so hard, but y'all are smart and quick. Now, we're leaving, sadly, to go and have our break. All right? So I want us to stand quietly. Stand quietly. I want us to clasp our hands and close our eyes. And let us say our grace before you. Thank you. Now we're going to go quietly back to our classrooms, but we're going to allow the principal and Mr. Buffett to move off first because there are important guests, all right? So no, don't move yet, Gianna. Allow the principal and Mr. Buffett to move first, and then you go after. All right. Now we have the nursery leaving. Class 4s and 3s at the back. You can go. Nursery at the front. Reception. Only nursery and reception will be moving at the back row. Infants A and infants B,